Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. And the wide-open shot from Paul. It's good from long range. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Here's Paul. After the Rockets pick up three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. I brought up Jalen Williams, and Coach said that he has a plan. Williams is an impressive all-around player. Coach did admit that, but we're hoping for some physical, high-pressure defense that will put him off his game a little tonight. A simple strategy, but Coach seems confident that it'll give results. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Now here's Paul. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game.
And you have to know that's coming from Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not shy beyond the arc.
Here's Giannis. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And so here is Oklahoma City. The Rockets making the shot. Pass to Caruso. It's stolen by McKee. Here's Eason. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Eason's got 5 now.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
Ball outside. From the arc. And the Thunder another 3.
They've come out strong 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
There's a good screen. To the left side wing. McKee for the triple. The Thunder with the lead. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
And taken away by Paul. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Williams looking around. Pass to Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Rockets trail. Now here's Giannis. Defended by Holmgren. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Paul outside. Three-pointer. Trains the three-pointer. Paul's got 9. Here's White. Scoreless thus far. Smith inside. Now here's Antetokounmpo over Williams, and it's Houston with another.
And you can see the growing confidence that Giannis has in that mid-range.
Ball left side. And the rejection by Smith. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill. Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Count it. Good. 10 points for him. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Houston on top. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
The Rockets leading. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Rocket 2, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now Nembhard. Pass to Klingon. They set the screen. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Williams has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Thunder. Outside, George. The three. And Klingon pulls it down. Here's Oklahoma City now. Following this run, they get to host the Mavericks. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. And it's Klingon with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Outside, George. Pass to Whitmore. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Klingon with the block.
And at 7'2", Klingon is a huge shot-blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
A shot by Nembhard and nobody around. And they'll get another chance. Back to Green. Nembhard with it. No scoring in this one. 2 on the clock. Here's Klingon. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
The Thunder with the lead. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Walker on the follow. Walker's got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. For the Thunder, and so White will bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 3. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
SGA, that's a 2-pointer. Colonies with the rebound.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Kevin?
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. They set the pick. Shot by Eason, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
On the wing, Williams. All up top. There's the drive. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. And it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
And what's amazing about Chris Paul, he runs that play as smoothly as anyone in the league already.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. And here's White. He has yet to score. Smith outside. Down low. Taken away by Williams. Over in the corner, Paul. Pass to Caruso. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the bounce. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Second free throw, no good. And so we conclude the first half. Thunder lead by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Oklahoma City, 25.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Giannis outside. One thing you hear players talking about after they've been in the league for a while, Richard, they say the game slows down. When did that happen for you?
For me, it was probably my third year. The end of my third year, the game started to slow down a little bit for me. I went from 9 points to 15 to 18. The game really slowed down in that third year.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. A floater. Gilgeous-Alexander with great positioning inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Every aspect of Giannis' game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Paul right side. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Here's SGA. A putback. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rockets trail by 8. Pass to Smith. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Airtight rim protection from Holmgren, using his length beautifully.
Left side, SGA. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that. He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
There's a screen by Williams. Here's SGA. It's rebounded by Houston.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Giannis. Giannis showing creativity.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's SGA. And slam dunk by SGA.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Pass to McKee. 5 to shoot. Now Smith. He's guarded by Williams. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. For the Rockets. The Thunder leading by 10. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Shots good by Green.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Whitmore. Pass to Polynice. Jackson down low. Uncovered. Walker with the rebound.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And here is Green. Guarded by Risacher. And here we go. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside Williams. Walker a screen. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Williams. Pass to Walker. Gets it off. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. The Thunder leading by 11. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You got to blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Now Reza Shea. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Polynice. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Nembhard. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trailed by 9. Jackson with the screen. Pass to Polynice. It's stolen by Green. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Walker in the corner. Now Nembhard. 3 on the clock. Over Whitmore. And that one is off.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Green. On the wing, Walker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Oklahoma City.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Walker a screen. Nembhard, a three-pointer, good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Jackson with the screen. George, what a response, hitting a 3 of their own.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Nembhard fires, and he misses the J.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Oh, that is a big-time jam.
You gotta love how George always keeps his options open, willing to make the right pass.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Green, the screen, for 3, and there's the 3.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Outside, George throws it down. What an assist!
Won't shy away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Nembhard with it. Now Williams. Oh, one dunk after another. Woo!
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Jackson with the screen. Oh, good on the layup. Here's Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Knocks down the 3.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Driving to the basket. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.